As the big dance is set to arrive this week in college hoops, the state tournament has already arrived in high school hoops as the season has reached its crescendo in Murfreesboro. A pair of local area teams, Chatt Prep and Walker Valley, hope to etch themselves in history, and the Chatt Prep Sentinels got their run rolling today. Chatt Prep is hoping to three-peat as state champs as they are taking on Peabody in the 2A Elite 8, and the Sentinels were all business to start this game. Reed Conley to Kentrell Watkins up and in for the deuce. Chatt Prep led it 8-0, but Peabody stormed back to lead it by 5, but there was no panic from the Sentinels, and this is what makes this team special. Just a feel for the game. Derek Roberson with the alley-oop to Kentrell Watkins. The speed of Chatt Prep kept them in front for the rest of the half as they would head to the locker room up by 7, but in the second half is when Chatt Prep began to show off their championship pedigree. How about Kavion Foster with the good-looking drive, beautifully up and in. Everything Chatt Prep did in the second half was beautiful. Sentinels, they're on to the 2A Final Four. Domination over Peabody in Murfreesboro, 83-66. And tomorrow in Murfreesboro in Class 4A, the Walker Valley Mustangs are in search of history. They are in the Elite 8 against Farragut tomorrow. The Mustangs are just 3 wins away from potentially taking home their program's first ever state title. Their winner-go-home Elite 8 battle at the Murphy Center tips off at noon tomorrow. Also tomorrow, Chattanooga women's basketball gets a chance to continue their season. The Mocs are all the way up in Fargo, North Dakota, as they take on the 1-seed Bison of North Dakota State. UTC went 20-10 this season and fell by just 5 to Stanford in the SoCon championship game in Asheville, but they'll have a chance to get that foretaste out of their mouth tomorrow night, 8 p.m. tip-off in Fargo for round 1 of the WBIT. And as we speak, the Tennessee Vols are likely glued to their television screens because Miami of Ohio and SMU are currently going to battle in the first 4 for the right to face the Vols in round 1 on Friday. Miami of Ohio made headlines this season, going a perfect 31-0 in the regular season before falling in the first round of the MAC tournament. They lead the Mustangs 81-70 in the final minutes in Dayton. But let's head to Finley Stadium, where Wednesday night was Chattanooga FC's opening match of the U.S. Open Cup. The boys in blue taking on semi-pro Kalanji Pro Profile, aka KPP, from Lawrenceville, Georgia. CFC grabbed a pair of goals in the first half, but leading it 2-1 here in the second half. Chattanooga stayed on the attack. Ashton Gordon was leading the charge on the offensive end for CFC as the boys in blue were pelting the net shot after shot, but KPP's goalie stood tall to keep CFC's lead at just a goal, as defensively CFC shut the door as they hang on to win their first match of the U.S. Open Cup, a 2-1 round 1 win over KPP. And so CFC is moving on to round 2 and will likely be back at home for their next round matchup in the coming weeks. The date and opponent of the team's next Open Cup game is to be announced, but CFC will be at Huntsville City FC on Saturday. Stay right there. David Glenn, One Last Look at Your Forecast next.